time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the president fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking out. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time had better things to do. Criminal record says I've broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in. Oh, God,
Hannah, what subject have you most enjoyed and why?
I most enjoyed maths because I suck at it, but I've also enjoyed English because that's a subject I'm doing for a degree, and UCL will probably need me to say that.
Patrick, I think, is here. And also everybody who's put something into organising this evening. From your first idea of this event, you can see how you pulled it together brilliantly, and it just shows once again what you can do if you put your mind to it. Kevin, you just got thanked in your absence. That shows really good.
So we can look back over the last couple of years, and we've really watched you grow up. You must all remember how you felt on your first day, whether your first day was last year or your first day was way back in year 7 or somewhere in between. Okay, starting in a new school can always feel a bit daunting. You've made it all the way to the end. Okay, and sometimes leaving can be a bit daunting too. You can remember things like your after trip, any special events you've had, your GCSE results, AS results, the play. Okay, we all remember the play. You were the first year to put your new stamp on it. Okay, and hopefully subsequent years will continue to put their stamp on it, and we remember the musicals very, very well. We hope that as you go through, you're going to continue to evolve, to innovate, to experience new things, and that you started it here, and that you'll continue that as you go on, and we look forward to seeing what you do in the future.
During our 2 years as your heads of year, we've seen you mature from dependent year 11s to interdependent, You were also one of the first years to have a large number of girls joining the sixth form. We've noticed how you rapidly became a year group, and how we found ourselves forgetting that some of you had not been here since year 7. You've organised many events in your time in the sixth form, and you're ready to take your place in the outside world. We know that it can be scary to take that leap. You're definitely ready for the next stage. You've grown into mature and responsible young women.
Mature,
and
yeah.
we've been privileged to have had the chance to help you in this process. We hope that along the way we've done what we can to make that transition easier.
Asperdean is a warm and slightly zany and very special place to be, and you're united by the wonderful experience you shared here. We're going to never forget the permanent smell of popcorn that's in the front room,
Yes.
interrupted by the delicious wafting of freshly cooked pancakes.
Fair enough.
It's not good for my diet. That was definitely a first. Okay, I'm not sure whether anyone else will continue with that. Although we could negotiate for a fully functional cafe up on mine, you never know. Sixth form would probably like that. Those special times have created a special bond for you all, and we hope that one day, when you end up sitting around each other's houses, you'll sort of reminisce, look back, and enjoy the times that we shared. They say you can take a girl out of husband or husband out of a girl, as we see on the back of your t-shirts. It's a nice idea, something slightly different. And so that is as in a t-shirt instead of a sweatshirt.
Sure.
Don't worry about it. To that end, although you're going to be leaving, please remember that we're here to help you. We always want to know how you're doing, and we always hope that you'll drop us a line, photos, let us know what's going on, and please do keep in touch. We wish you every success.
God knows when. Every memory of looking out the back door. I have the photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye.
I am standing here with Avital Mendelsohn, current head girl of Hasmonean High School.
Not current. I've been demoted.
Take two. I'm here with former head girl Avital Mendelsohn.
I'm being videoed. Okay, continue.
Okay. What was your greatest memory of Hasmo?
This was definitely a yearbook question. I don't know. I have to say the yearbook. Okay, the video. Shalom, come, help me with my memory. No, too many people need me.
Okay, what I will miss the most is the teachers. Seriously, okay, no, that was a joke, come on. Kidding, I love you guys. They're not gonna see it, it's a joke. When I was in school, I liked the feeling of being rebellious. So, now that I'm not gonna be here anymore, I'm never gonna have that feeling of, someone telling me to do something and then I won't want to do it. I'll just, whatever. So I'm not gonna have that feeling anymore. But, I'll also miss how everyone is so, whenever you need something, someone's there for you.
Yeah.
Everyone's very caring, everyone wants to hear you. I'm definitely gonna miss that.
Is that town? I can't believe it. So hard to stay, too hard to leave it. I could relive those days. I know the one thing that would never change. Every memory of looking out the back door. I had the photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Look at this photograph.
Leora, what are you going to miss the most about Hasmo?
The free food.
I'm going to be cutting people's bodies open and knocking them with hammers.
I think that means she's going to be First of all, thank you for organising such an amazing night. Everyone's having a lovely time. One question. What's your favourite subject?
Biblical Hebrew without a doubt.
Really, why?
Hilarious lessons, great subject, it's Jewish. It's all
I think I
good.
can see that when
He's brilliant.
This moment forever.
This is my friend Kyla.
Hiya.
She's one of the coolest people I know. This is Avital.
I didn't finish my head down message. It was really sad.
What is this? She was funny. They're both Geminis, and there's two of them.
We're like twins.
This is called finding optimism. Walk in, take a seat, and my feet barely touch the ground. At the desk, feel the hard wood, thinking, touch wood, this is it. Only up from here. Too true, for I gaze around and up is the only direction. Up at my classmates, up at the whiteboard, further still to the teachers. Up at the sixth formers, a mass of multicolour, a stretch of horizon. Bring me that horizon. A bell rings and my chair springs into action, taking off on the train track, never chancing to look back as it zooms through the years. Year 7, it all gets going. Year 8, and I'm still growing. Year 9, 10, there, my head shows. And even now I'm still on tiptoes. Soaking up golden sunshine.
sunshine, raking in crunchy leaves, playing about in the snowfalls, smelling scented petals as I please. But it's vanished in a flourish, and intense with a sense of gloom, locked in a locker room. Smash, bang, slams that tin of doom. Click goes the padlock, tick-tock mocks the school clock. This will suit a tight fit. I barely spent the day in it. Even tighter, suffocating, shrinking strictly whilst awaiting a revelation that stabs right to my core, that I cannot be a child anymore. Back at the desk, and I daydream of what is to be in the future. And the final week drifts by as a heavy rain cloud, without an air of sentiment, not a thunderstorm of anguish, nor a lightning bolt of heartache. Why is everyone sane? It is simply insane to think no one is rocking psychotically in the corner. No one is clinging on to the tables and chairs for dear life, not even mourning the fact that when we are gone, they will never be empty. But still, there's the future, a happy marriage, him tall and I petite, leaving our child to that very seat. So it is only up from here, too true, for I will gaze around and up will be the only direction. Up at the trees, up at the sky, further still to the teachers, up at the world, a mass of multicolour, a stretch of horizon. Bring me that horizon. Thank you.
We made it. We want to keep this short, but how can we know this is our last opportunity to speak to our whole year together? The daily adventures of Hasmo will be more than missed. From escaping before 1:15, spontaneous grappa parties and dancing in the hall, to keeping Topshop and H&M in business, the donut rush the day after the play, and common room nap time, our time at Hasmo has been full of unbeatable, true high school fun.
Our teachers have worked tirelessly to help us and guide us into the people that we are now. Now's our chance to thank all the teachers we have had, not only teaching us everything we know, but also for caring for us, putting up with our eccentricities, and always being there for us.
The transition from uniform to sixth form brought about new challenges and responsibilities, as well as a sense of independence in order to prepare us for our future in the real world. Our heads of year have assisted us every step of the way and have been instrumental in getting us here. Mrs. Langton and Mrs. Wilson, you have worked tirelessly throughout the 2 years, and particularly in the past few months with the university application process, constantly helping and advising us. Mrs. Wilson and Mrs. Langton, on behalf of the Hasmonean class of 2013, please accept this gift.
Okay, in her absence, we've already given the gift to Liat, but we feel that we should say this. What can we say? There is no greater pleasure than chilling in an office. It really is the place to be. Whenever we're stressed, you always have the same some words for us. Thank you for organising, amongst every other thing, fabulous Shabbaton in October. True to your words, it was unforgettable. We'll be telling our kids that we had a disco at our sixth form Shabbaton. Won't they be jealous? And we've already given her a gift.
We are considered privileged to have had you lead the workshop. Thank you for ensuring everything ran smoothly and organising the very best speakers. Sixth form introduced us to a new level of thorough learning, and we are so grateful. Even during study leave, we did not allow our thorough learning to stagnate. TJ and Fridays were a fantastic start to the weekend, and we always left with a positive message. You are such a warm and open person, and we always know we will find a helpful listening ear in you whenever we need it. Please accept this small token of our big appreciation.
Legend.
Rabbi Golka, we can't begin to thank him enough for everything he has done for us these past 2 years. We really admire his down-to-earth attitude and genuine concern for each and every one of us. It really shines through. We know that we don't see half of what he does for us, but for what we do, we could not be more grateful. And we thank him for bringing halacha to life and making it practical and relevant to each and every one of us. We feel so unbelievably privileged to have learned from him, and we are presenting with his present at another time.
Firstly, welcome to 2 new teachers, Miss Tats and Miss Goldblatt. Last but not least, Mrs. Fink, the pillar of our school. You have been there for us, guiding us from day one. We want to thank you for your support and care over the years. It is clear that you have always wanted the best for us, and you have done everything in your power to ensure this. You have always been much more than just a teacher to us. You have been a role model, a friend, a mentor. We would like to present you with this gift to show our appreciation.
It's alright.
This evening would not have been possible without the help of a few very important individuals. Kevin and Patrick, you're too proud. Thank you for all your assistance over the past 7 years, whether it's turning up the volume in the hall or stopping for a friendly chat. A massive thank you and koha kavod to Shoshi, who has worked tirelessly. Ensuring that this evening can be a beautiful farewell, and it certainly is. Your commitment and effort has really paid off. Thank you.
Off you go.
Hi guys. Don't trip.
Hadassah. Amara Act, I say Hara. Nothing you do is ever spoken about. You're so modest and admirable. It is thanks to Hadassah that we have groovy t-shirts and fabulous tear-jerking video and countless other treasured memories.
A ginormous thank you to Bethany. Bethany worked so hard on the yearbook, ensuring that every single person had a unique page and that every memory was documented. This was time-consuming and often meant daily emails, all of which she undertook as moving things. Also humble and gives each of us so much to look up to. Bethany, we really appreciate you and all that you've done, and this yearbook is a true masterpiece. Thank you.
And united us as a year group. And our year group would not have been what it is had you not been here. Although we are 53 individual girls, hello my girls. And each of us form the unique Academy class of 2013. Whatever we do in life, whichever places we go, and whoever's lives we touch, we will always be part of a special unit. Hatzlacha Rabbah, with this stage in our lives, delineates Hashem every other beautiful stage, with love and admiration. Okay, we're going to backtrack a bit for my golden thank you.
And I don't want to miss a thing, 'cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream would never.
Not to be completely blinded. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
So, life is full of transitions. From the moment of birth of human beings, we move forward ever in the knowledge that someone is there to support us. Whether this is in our first steps and words, with parents guiding us through nursery, primary and secondary school, with teachers, helpers and many other staff all contributing contributing significantly to our development, someone is always there. At each stage, the support decreases as our competency and independence increases. This is the big step. Stepping out of school into your life, you take control of the reins. You choose when and what to study, where and how to work and live. I hope that the lessons and experiences that you have had at Hasmonean have provided a guide for how to do this successfully and to the best of your ability. As Year 7 students, you were introduced to the concept of Torah Derech Eretz, a system that encourages you to merge the best of the secular world with the Torah world, ensuring that each has a positive influence on the other. This, I firmly believe, is a system for the 21st century as much as for the 19th century when it was first shaped by Rav Hirsch. It is clear when I look at you today as Year 13 graduates that you have absorbed this message fully and are focused, determined and equipped to cope with the many challenges that life will send your way. Some of you have faced significant challenges through your school years, some maybe with me. However, I hope you feel that we have supported you, and seeing you here tonight reminds me of some of the many interesting conversations and journeys that you have been on. Remember, challenges are only sent to those who can cope with them. They make us stronger, wiser, and more resilient human beings. Embrace the challenges of life with a positive outlook, and the solution will be simple. We're leading up to the period of the 3 weeks. One of the events that we mark on Shiva Asar B'Tammuz is Moshe smashing the Luchot. This took place just 40 days after Shavuot. One would have thought that Am Yisrael would have been on a religious high and truly inspired after that event. However, the giving of the Aseret HaDibrot was a one-off extraordinary experience, but long-term belief requires consistency. Great events are there to inspire us, to give us strength, such as this evening perhaps, but they cannot do the work for us. We know these big events are inspiring, but they will never bring about mass change, or indeed increased religiosity. They have to be supplemented by day-to-day education. Lack of consistency in our observance will breach the walls in our Judaism, much as the walls were breached in Yerushalayim. And we end up replacing Torah as a way of life with one-off monumental experiences. The vast majority of you are extremely privileged and fortunate to be stepping into a year where you have that opportunity to really shape a firm foundation in learning, to do something beyond and immerse yourselves in Torah in a way that being at school where you have other commitments does not allow you to do. My message to you is that you should take your Jewish learning seriously. Learn every day, not just next year, but beyond. Think about how what you are learning is relevant to your lives. And through this learning, you will ensure that Torah leads to action, and you will therefore have a fulfilling and responsible adult life. And don't ever ask whether a project can be done, only whether it should be done. If it should be done, go ahead and do it. The rest will work itself out. When I'm asked how many children I have, my response has always been 4 plus the number of students in my class. Today that's something like 504. I've always felt some type of maternal responsibility to those in my charge. Whenever looking at a problem, I always say to myself regarding the solution, would it be good enough for my own children? It matters to me that it should be equally good enough for you. As Hannah so eloquently said, you leave, but the chairs will never empty. Though, if I'm still here, Hannah, when you send your children here, remind me to take a holiday. We are told that Talmidim harehem kibanim, so it is not surprising, i.e. that your pupils feel like your children, so it is not surprising that I feel this way, as I am sure many of your teachers here tonight do also. There's a story about Rav Aryeh Rodin, who was once accompanying his Rosh Yeshiva. This was a man known for his dedication to his students and the intense love that he had for each one of them. One day, Rabbi Rodin took the Rosh Yeshiva for a haircut. As he helped the Rosh Yeshiva take his coat off, the barber asked him, "Is this your father?" He replied, "No." He is my teacher. When the young Rosh Yeshiva heard this, he interjected and said, "It is true. I am not his father, but he is my son. Girls, I am not your mother, but you are all my daughters. Wherever life takes you, I will be watching from a distance. It would help to know where you are and to be able to know the mark you are making on this world. And we are, perhaps this is a moment to say, launching a very brand new alumni program. And you will receive, if you haven't already, you will receive an email from Hadassah that we would like you to join this organisation so that you can always be connected, and then we can always exploit all the fantastic things that you do in the future. I know that there are hard copies of this form this evening that will be given out, and it really would be our very pleasure and privilege that you each join up and be the first of what is going to become a huge alumni network. Yes, we will be working backwards, but obviously every year to come will become part of this. So I hope that you will join up. Something tells me that we will see great things from each and every one of you. And great doesn't necessarily mean big or huge. The impact that you make may be something small on your own family. It may appear small to you, but we know the influence on one life therefore goes by and exponentially influences many. I believe that there is no coincidence in the time period that you have spent here. The number 7 is significant in Yahadut, and I am sure that you are familiar with many references to that number. There's an idea in the Zohar that 7 represents wholeness and completion. After all, in 7 days the world was complete. Whilst your time with us is now whole and complete, never consider yourselves to be the finished article. And I hope that however long you have been here, whether it's only 2 years or indeed 7, I hope that we have given you the tools to always find your point of reference amongst the many directions that may be on offer to you. You've come here masqueraded this evening, and on this I have 2 comments. Know that Hashem is with you, even if at times he may appear hidden, much as we learn in the story of the Megillah on Purim. On the other hand, you shouldn't wear a mask. Be yourselves and ensure that people accept you for who you are, never to pretend to be something you are not, in order just to conform. Always dare to dream and allow your dreams to become reality. I hope your dreams take you to the corners of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places your heart has ever known. And don't forget to come back and share your realities with us. Our door is always open, and as with all good families, there is always a place set at our table for you. I would just like to finish by wishing you this greeting that a Rav wrote for me when I became head of the school, and it is something that I like to pass on to every year 13. Yehi noam Hashem alechem b'chol ma'aseh yedechem. May the pleasantness of Hashem rest with you in all our actions. Good luck, Godspeed, and don't forget.